Hello there, fellow parents. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Tribe of the Sky. Episode 18, Birth of the 5th Tribe Member. Sappers again. Quant. Because of the edge case that they breach, wear armor. Are you about to go berserko? Have another drink of both. Where are these people landing? Some there, some here. So these guys are close. They're danger close. We're going to go muster. I am going to have the Barkies, or Wishbringer rather, follow me. But maybe not release. Oh boy, you are... What the hell? Actually, release. Alright, are you emotionally ready for fighting? I don't think so. I'm super concerned about her mood because of this stupid psychic droner that's been lasting for more than a day. Luckily, Bush seems to be rushing us, so let's go ahead and take advantage of that. I don't think I can tell Wish to, like, go away. Oh, he's a Starjack. Yeah. Stab. Alright. Wish back. Yep, there we go. So you got a little stabbied. Quantum, come out here and help the pregnant woman that just got stabbed. JD, go back inside. Because Wishbringer's gonna die to Vac. Now, Dryads heal, like, ungodly fast. So as long as I come back inside, their like wounds will just disappear. Dryads have like super, well, I would say superhuman, but they're not human. They have super Dryad healing. You guys want me to decline the protection mission? Copy that. So we're just gonna like flirt with the outside. Now I am planning on redesigning the kill box to accommodate. Oh, what the hell? So you're sappers, but like, where's the other sapper? You're all up here. I don't think they sap, which is weird. Alright, so bleeds are dealt with. Yeah, fortunately, the only sappers are like already, they're already dealt with. They're already killed. Alright, here we go. There's a bunch of dead bodies, but like I can't avoid it. I mean, they're going to be seen, and it's bummer, dude. But like that's all I can say. Now I don't plan on releasing the Dryads for attacking, so that we can keep them from dying. You know what I could do? Animals. Master. Oh, none. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Do you not understand? Okay, yeah, you don't understand. Sun Tzu, go inside. This is not a... Okay, there we go. Wish is finally leaving. There's another. And there's only one left, Stevenson. And we'll draw Stevenson in close. It's okay, you'll hold your breath. I mean, you didn't get any permanent injuries or anything. Alright, the turrets we have up. This one probably needs a bit of repair. Why are you going backwards? That is so strange. That's very odd raid behavior. Do you forget how attacks work? Well, now the turret is, been a bit repaired. And Stevenson is drawing closer. No, going backwards again. This must be weird, sapper behavior. Like, sappers that don't understand how to sap because they're out of, like, raid party. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the advantage. I'm going to have my shield belt go in front, absorb fire, and then for me to just, like, What the hell are you? What are you, like, cat and mouse? For real? What is this? Alright, you're stunned. You're gonna get stunned. The moment I see you, you're gonna... This is so silly. Oh, there you go. Finally, you're shooting me. Thank God. Like you were demented or something. All right. Everyone's going to be in vac no corp safe. Except for JD, because JD has some cleanup to do. Cue Benny Hill music? Yeah, absolutely. And, if I get a break, I intend to try to improve the kill box to accommodate brawling and shooting and turrets and the like. Changes will be made eventually. Drone needs to go? Yeah, it's been sitting on me for a day and a third. Just like, driving you crazy. Hey, Shadow Sovereign. Thank you for the resub. How am I doing tonight? I am doing swell. How about yourself? I'm up here in space as a tribe, trying to thrive. And we're doing pretty good. JD, I want you to clean up these corpses pronto, because as soon as the corpses are cleaned up, I can have everyone else go back outside and tidy up the rest of the nonsense. I am a little happy about these sappers that are like too dumb to sap. It's definitely worked to my favor, to my advantage, where I don't have to go crazy with the whole like, oh no, they're gonna like destroy my base or whatever. So, and the psychic droner's gone, so she's much happier, and she'll ditch the was imprisoned eventually. The minor pain is rough. That's gonna require like a full-fledged bionic or prosthetic to repair. And it's important because if she's in that much pain all the time, if her pain levels are medium, it's not going to take much to knock her unconscious, even though she's tough. So the benefits of her tough trait are lost if she's in a relatively high baseline of pain. So I'm a little concerned about that. That's an issue. Ooh, another shield belt. Shield belt for the baby. All right. Unrestrict for all of them. Open season on wherever you want to go, because everyone has suits. Can we pivot to prosthetics? There's no point. Well, I could get prosthetics quickly, but like it would be a real downgrade to have a prosthetic arm over like a bionic one. I could pull. Should I get a prosthetic for her? Or do you want me to just wait for a bionic? So, you vote. I mean, the counter argument is the prosthetic is relatively, in terms of manipulation, prosthetic arm would be half efficient. So her manipulation would go from 91 to 87.5, right? So it's not a huge loss of manipulation. With the cost? I don't know. Yeah, the prosthetic is roughly the same efficiency for the minus the pain penalty. Yeah. That's about right. Plus, you know, the mood bonus of, like, removal of the -10. Serious pain. With that said, I can counsel her serious pain. Although the chance is relatively low, so I'm going to hold off. They don't have a good rapport with one another. Eventually, I'm going to need to plant rice if I want to feed the chickens rice, but at some point I might just get like a hay grass field. I'll cross that bridge when we need to. So still trying to tidy this up so they can make some reasonable progress. I think what I'll do is I'll start to excavate the area so we have like a better area to physically fight in. But when I do that, I want to, just as a added insurance, double wall everything, even though regular Vaxstone is, airtight, because regular Vaxstone cannot be repaired. So despite it being airtight, if it takes damage from backsplash from gunfire, I need to be able to repair it. So I'll, at that point, like, mine it out and replace it. And you guys think, no prosthetics. Okay. So, improving the entrance is actually being worked on. I promise. It was just, we got it inundated full of other tasks. But we've almost tidied them up. Gotta say, the cactuses are really huge, even though they're not fully grown. It's so, it's strange to see when you don't expect it. It's like massive cacti. We're gonna need to make chem fuel soon. You think the raid had premature assumptions of a victory drink? I mean, there is beer out there. They didn't do very well. They got squished. I like how one of the brawlers was a Starjack too. That's just icing on the proverbial cake. Is the remaining timer accurate? I haven't figured out a way to cap the timer. But yeah, I'll keep streaming. I'm not going to keep streaming if it goes up to like 10 more hours, but you know, 2 is fine. I tried before the stream today to like figure out how to cap that thing, but no such luck. We're almost done with all the refinement, and then we can focus on cleaning up the rest of this stuff. We're getting pretty close to being able to tidy all this stuff up. Oh, baby prep. And whoa, you met like yesterday. Okay. All right. Old man has Riz, apparently. All right. In terms of baby prep, we're going to want babby food and a crib. That's about all, because we have aging set as 100%, so it's going to be 3 long years before baby needs education. So I'm not worried about baby education. I'm worried about baby crib. As far as Crin. As far as any other things to worry about? You know what? I'm actually going to make blue for armchair. How much to do it? As far as other things to worry about, this is like a clean and well-lit hospital room, so I don't think a hospital bed is like... I don't have research for a hospital bed. and the advantage of sterile flooring is basically almost nothing. So I'm just gonna wing it. Almost tidied up. All right, assigned medicine is going to be industrial. We have access to industrial. We might as well be using it. This seems like a perfect use case. Whatever. I think it's growing so slowly that it like isn't getting... Oh, you know what it is? I didn't have my light on. Yeah, that's what that was about. We're actually making anime grass progress. Wait, finally, the 4 of us. Took a while. On this end of the map, if we ever want a meal, I might as well just like put a table there so we can stop for a meal. Why not? Helps. You like this colony? Thank you. I started off as like 3 tribe members in a little hole in the in an asteroid, so this was earned. This was not easy to do. I fought for this. Quantum. All right, Quantum. I'm gonna have you preach or work speed JD because Ty is about to be out of commission for a bit, so it doesn't really make sense to I mean she's amazing, but she's not going to be able to contribute a lot of work soon. Why is this connecting to the Neil pillows? That's weird. I don't know. In about a day, we'll have another Dryad. And Ty is still, you know, trying to excavate the kill box. She'll just keep going until delivery date. You're not supposed to do hard labor leading up to your due date, but, you know, RimWorld be RimWorld. Almost all the garbage is all tidied away, which is awesome. So we're getting pretty close to that. Because the table can be used as an altar? Yeah, probably. A table can be used as a speech spot. Oh, all right. Sky pemmican. Sweet. How wide is this? Is this 11 or less? 9, perfect. Too wide is dangerous, so keeping it narrow means roof won't fall on our heads. The entryway is all cleaned up, except for, of course, now the pemmican that just landed. But it's tidied for the first time in a long time, which is amazing. Apparently my guys don't know how to, like, merge eggs. I'm just gonna manually do it. You know, I should just only have one dedicated shelf for it. That would solve 100% of my problems. Delete this shelf. And make 2 shelves, one for baby food and one for eggs. And then if they don't want to merge the eggs, it doesn't really matter because they'll kind of get merged roughly anyway. Big brain play. All eggs go in there. Why won't you let me collapse the... Well, okay, fine. Don't let me collapse it. Whatever. I didn't want to anyway. It's probably because I had a search term requiring it to be not collapsed, but I'm surprised it was like Sorry, but the button you're clicking, no. Alright, let's go ahead and get a raffle timer up for the next bark skin. Because they're coming out in less than 5. So good luck in that raffle. It's weird to just be wearing suits all the time. I'd like to go back to that not being the case, but there's just constantly stuff to clean up out here. Once we bring the fight inside, that will fix a lot. Because we can prevent the all the gear from being vacuum locked. I haven't forgotten about our gene bank stuff. It's just without fabrication bench, which we don't have yet. It's hard to justify the allocation of components. With that said, it would be a really good time once Ty is like recovering from pregnancy to be in a xenogerm coma, but she can't really breastfeed in a xenogerm coma, so that's also maybe not a good time. Mixed bag, let's call it. Right, Quantum? Oh, there's the Dryad. And we just need to maintain... We need to make sure we don't dip below the second mark or it becomes a problem. But 2 little bark skins. I'm going to bind to JD, because I'm going to forget to do that mid-combat and be like, why don't I have backup? And I don't really care if they eat pemmican. Whatever. It doesn't have fungus, but if they want to eat it, they can. You know, can you not... Nutrifungus has nutrition, even without being harvested. I'm really surprised it's not calculating this. This seems like a bug. That the, it would not work. I don't know. If I was growing hay in there, that'd be a totally different matter. I am surprised how much Ty has managed to excavate given the advanced stages of pregnancy. I am legitimately impressed. But obviously this progress will have to grind to a halt pretty soon because she's going to be bedridden. Do I need to feed the chickens more rice? No, I mean, there's rice there. It's, you know, there's just been a rotating stockpile of 75 rice at all times. It's more the fact that I'm surprised that there isn't a nutrition growth. It's not calculating the Nutrifungus as a food source for the chickens. Because it is. They can just eat it right out of the ground. There's nothing stopping them. So that's what I was surprised by. Because if I was growing any other crop, it would display as such. In fact, I can put a pen marker... I'll make it out of accident, but I could put a pen marker up here, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Just as a demonstration process. I'll just do that. Maker's Breakout. Yeah, you're pigskin. Don't care. So here, well, actually, it's not even showing growth here either, to be fair. Which is weird. But no, I guess none of this food would be like animal food anyway. It doesn't have nutritional value. So, never mind. That actually makes sense. I take it back. If I was growing rice, that'd be a different matter. Or hay grass or something. I don't know. I don't care. It's not a big deal. If I wanted to grow hay grass, I could. and that would probably solve that issue. The issue with Taygrass is it is a 51 light, so I would need another sun lamp, and that means I need to expand the solar grid, and that means that Ty, who is advanced stages of pregnancy, would need to go do work in space. Oh, Bish. Well, there you go. You were wondering how you get named after things, and then you won the poll. Or the raffle. So, there you are, Bish. You're not even the first Bish. You're the first Bushokadesh, but I've had other Bishes. I've had another sub named Bish. Which is funny. Dig, dig, dig. And clean. Because technically speaking, this is part of the workshop. Oh, no. Yeah, actually, you can barely move. Maybe you should not be drinking beer. Luckily, that doesn't affect, like, pregnancy outcomes. You can use as long as you don't get, like, a heart attack from, like, yayo or whatever. But, yeah, in RimWorld, social drugs won't make your baby dumb. Thankfully. Fetal alcohol syndrome, not a thing. Fortunately. I really do like... one of the things I like a lot about tribes that worship an anima tree is there's not a lot of things in RimWorld that have everyone come together. Even when you schedule recreation, there's nothing necessarily drawing the person to the recreation room. They might just go sightseeing outside or watch the clouds, or whatever. So there aren't a lot of, outside of ideology rituals, there's not a lot of reason that your colonists would be drawn to the same place at the same time to spend time together. In my household, like IRL, I like to try to eat dinner together. I'm sure a lot of people are like that, so I don't think I'm unique in that way. But during dinner time, because I cook 100% of the dinners in my household, like I don't even remember the last time my wife cooked, because I like cooking and she's not good at it and does not like it. Everyone sits down, everyone eats together. It's like I'm sure a lot of families do it, so it's not unique to me, but that's how I grew up. That, you know, everyone came around the table, people put their phones away, you know, well, not when I was growing up, there wasn't phones, but not cell phones, but it's a way for everyone to come together and, you know, and catch up with what happened that day and, you know, socialize and whatever. And in RimWorld, there isn't really that concept. You can force it with, you know, with rituals and stuff like that. But generally, there isn't a daily occurrence where people will do that. So I actually really like that the meditation draws them all to the same place at the same time to socialize. Because otherwise, you can easily have two pawns. Like, if you just follow one pawn throughout an entire month, let's say, they might never really interact with another certain individual in that same colony because there was just not an occasion for it. So that's something I really like about the meditation around the anima tree, that there's virtually no other mechanic in RimWorld that will do that. Because even during the rituals, unless you have like a random social party, even during the rituals, they don't necessarily converse with one another. They're just like listening to the leader yap, which is not the same. Everyone put your landline. Mom, I'm using the internet. Don't answer the phone. Yeah, oh man, those were... I wouldn't say those were the days, I'd be lying, but man, nostalgia, hard nostalgia. Two pawns fishing next to another will socialize, yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, unless you schedule everybody in your colony to all fish at the same time, it isn't natural for everyone to be drawn together like that. Okay, it is watching you walk at like 0 speed. It is time, because you shouldn't even be going outside anyway. It is time for you to be on vacuum safe zoning and for you to take off your armor so you can actually move at like a reasonable speed. You need to make the baby safe area? It's right here. It's clean, it's lit, it's got a crib. We're good. Does anyone else? No, no one else minds. Okay. Sun Tzu, I think I want you to still high priority haul. There's not enough cooking. I'll have you do 2 haul, but there's really not enough cooking for you to not just be constantly hauling and cleaning. And yeah, my egg fix worked. They're now a giant stack of eggs, as it was supposed to be. This here is going to be hops now. Those royal guests drank my beer pretty hard. So let's replace. Because I've got 141 tea, but not a lot of beer. And in fact, I'm going to put hops here too, temporarily to catch up with my beer. Is the trap corridor venting gas? No, it's not airtight, but it's not venting gas either. I could make it airtight by... Why isn't it airtight? Because this is a single wall. I could make it airtight by doing that, but I don't care. Doesn't need to be airtight. But that's what that particle effect is, yeah. That it's like vacuum. Same over here. This is vacuum. So if you take a look at the overlay, green is breathable and red is not breathable. So the trap corridor is not breathable. With that said, it doesn't really matter that much because no one goes in there. And I don't think it's part of the vac safe zone. Yeah, it's not part of the vac safe zone. In fact, this is technically vac safe now. I hadn't updated it. Because I just realized Ty has been mining in here despite the fact that I hadn't updated it. But yeah, it's fine. Okay. Huff and a puff and warg meat shows up. I had planned for my my chicken my meat to be chicken. In fact, how about we do this? Now that we're done with the simple meals, we're gonna make fine meals as well out of raw fungus and unfertilized eggs. Or fertilized eggs, I don't really care. But we'll do unfertilized eggs. Because I think, I don't know what exactly the equilibrium is. It also depends on like metabolism when we do xenogerm plants and stuff like that. But I think it's reasonable to start making fine meals out of the eggs rather than have the eggs sit there and benefit from feeding chickens. But yeah, steaks, eggs, and sauteed mushrooms. I actually make that a lot IRL with caramelized onions as well. That is well, not steak that often, but yeah. Slave ship and jade. I was a little worried that that's weird. All right, let's take a look at the slave ship though, because there's a non-zero chance that I have another person that's going to be able to join. You are not tribal, not tribal. Not tribal. Alright, bummer. I'm gonna sell Yayo, because we don't use it. Hideous and super fast wound healing. Well, I could give Hideous to, what's her name, because she's already beautiful, but no, I'm not gonna do that. Weapons. We don't need all this junk. Keeping a few bolties might not be a terrible idea. But we don't need this, like, giant long list of garbage weapons. I will keep the shield belts, though. Spare. Is that all? Yeah, I think that's it. I don't really want boomalopes or toxalopes. That sounds dangerous, more than beneficial. One can make the argument, it's chem fuel, but like, I can already make chem fuel. So I don't want something that goes boom and kills me. Yep. Frag grenades sound sexy, but nah, it's not worth the money. And Quantum, I'm going to reduce your craft 3 so you can do more research. That way Sun Tzu can do more stone cut. Let's have you actually be next to one another so you're coupled up. 65, 63, 45, 39. You're in chronological order. We'll wake up. All right. Oh, here we go. It is coming. The icon's blinking, so labor is moments away. Question for you guys. Should I continue working on the entry room? Which is not really a corridor, but I'm calling it a corridor. Just ignore that. Or do you want me to do something else? It's up to you. I'm going to hide some of the plans out here, because, like, I don't know if and when I'm going to get around to it. So what I'll do is I'll paint it, hide it, and then cancel all the heavy bridges. So the plans are still here. They're just hidden. So it's not, like, weird or whatever, because I've just been neglecting that, I know. Baby's yearn for the mines. Not this one. Well, not at least initially. And the idea that I had for this entryway is it's just going to be like a vac wall like this up there, leading all the enemies to a choke point, having the turrets back here with like barricades and cover. Very straightforward, basic killboxy stuff. Nothing, no frills, essentially. But that will allow our bark skins to work their magic. Do you get space raids? Yeah. Do you see all the blood and turrets? Yeah, we do. How many people have we killed? 14 raids. And I don't know how if we calculate kills, but I mean, not 0. We could go into records, but that's not all kills because our turrets got kills. So Quantum has killed 10. Sun Tzu has killed 0. JD has killed 26. And Tai has killed 0. Being a brawler, that's not surprising. Well, I'm surprised it's not 1 yet, because she did kill, or she did help to kill a Starjack, but I don't think she got the killing blow. You want me to continue on the corridor? All right. Will do. Will do. Ooh, grass is getting there. Grass is moving up. Quantum is handsome as hell. Look at that Chad face. I know, with the helmet on, he looks like he's ready to call in to Houston or something. Maybe you should look like that. I like nerves. I like the iron-willed, unflappable look. It's a nice look. I hadn't actually looked at Tai. Well, all right, Toothless is a weird, and you look dopey with the nimble. So tough. Tough might be best for you. Or Tai. I'll stay on nimble. Okay, here we go. Wait, why are you where are you going with the medicine? What are you doing? Alright, gather for birth. That expected quality is worse than I thought. Oh. But it's still 88 healthy. Bed effects. Quantum's medicine skill. Age. Loved one present. Yep. Here we go. 2.4% chance that she dies during the birth. Change the bed to hospital? That's not a bad call. No, it doesn't change anything. What about... do we have an excellent bed anyway? I don't think I do. Not that that would be a big change. But, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay. Obviously, like, pushing hospital bed research would help. But, giving birth as a tribe in space is gonna be sketchy inherently. So, sketch we shall have. More light would have helped? No, it would not. It's lit. And it's fully lit. Your labor went from intense to mild? How does that work? What are you, pulling the baby back in? Like, what? Orbital debris during the birth? Yeah, it's a little ominous. Healthy! Nice! That is what we like to see. Naming the baby. We now have 5 colonists. And if we have another pregnancy in the future, rolling sterile tiles into hospital bed is entirely reasonable. The reason why I didn't push for hospital beds is hospital beds with vitals monitors are really component heavily requiring, and I didn't want to do that without being able to manufacture it myself. But okay, here's baby Ram. JD, put baby Ram somewhere. Actually, play with baby Ram and then do zone safe. Prisoner for a Persona Core. What the hell? That's not like a terrible raids for 5 troopers, and you have blood rot, and it's 18 days. I don't know. I'll have people vote on it. Who's starving? Ty is starving? Quantum, feed Ty. Oh, right, that's a hospital. Yeah, okay. Rescue? Cool. They're entertained, parents are happy, excellent crib. Awesome. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Tribe of the Sky, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow tribe members.